Again, the best is fighting the best, and Crawford dared to be great, and this is one of the ways you do it, and you tell the world. Watch and let him know, establish that from the first round, that I belong without showing that I am tough. I earned my...
Just milk. What are we milking this dumb shit for? Think about how much money you can pump into boxing with great matchups.
Crawford right now is on a different planet. And most rematches.
On September 13th, 2025, the boxing world came to a standstill as Terence Crawford, who began his career at lightweights, stood in the Las Vegas ring with his hand raised after dismantling super middleweight champion Canelo Alvarez. The crowd was stunned. Commentators were lost for words, yet one man at ringside wasn't surprised at all. He had predicted this months earlier.
Beat Canelo, is his skill so much that he's able to bridge the weight classes?
He has a legitimate chance. Over 60% for his mind. If you say, Bernard, give me a number.
Give me a number.
He has an 85+ chance to beat Canelo. Why? He's not going in there to prove something, which will fall into Canelo's hand. He would love for him to prove something. That means you will stay there and try to prove something. But to go in there and to let him know, establish that from the first round, that I belong without showing that I am tough. I earned my position to be here. And I want to show you, even though you're being stubborn, that your time not only have came, but it's gone. He ain't gonna surrender and say I slowed up, so I'm gonna act like it. No, he has to be shown. And it has to be early.
Bernard Hopkins didn't just predict Crawford would beat Canelo, he explained exactly how it would happen. Seeing a trap everyone else missed while they focused on weight and power. Now, as rematch talks heat up, Hopkins has issued a new warning. And if his first prediction is any indication, Canelo Alvarez may be walking into the biggest mistake of his career.
He needs to rematch. If I'm Canelo, I want to rematch Terence Crawford. He got schooled, bro. He got outboxed, dude, by Terence Crawford. And I know that he's itching to get that one back. The first time he fought Triple G, and he came back the second time, and he legit beat Triple G.
Once in a lifetime fight. It doesn't need to be a rematch. I think Bud would do worse the next fight. He would put it on Canelo a little worse than that, because that style of fight, I don't think he beats someone like Terence Crawford. But if I'm Terence Crawford, of course I'll fight him again. But this time, I'm the A side. I think Terence Crawford is going to be more confident next time, knowing that I can punch with this guy. I can take his shot. I'm faster.
He fought Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah.
He didn't do what the last two did, just run. He threw at him. I'm going to call your bluff, bro.
Hopkins' confidence in Crawford winning the rematch comes from the trap he warned about before their first fight. He said Canelo was playing checkers while Crawford was playing chess, something many fans dismissed at the time. But watching the fight back, Hopkins was spotting. He argued that Canelo had become so used to relying on power and physical dominance that he forgot what it's like to face a pure, high-level technician like Crawford.
For me, Canelo Crawford, obviously Terence just rocked up there. What do you make of his chances against the man you worked with for many years?
Great chance. He have a great chance because of his heart, his talent, and also his game plan and his strategy. But Canelo is no pushover. I've watched Canelo for multiple years. Again, the best is fighting the best, and Crawford dared to be great, and this is one of the ways you do it, and you tell the world. Watch, pay attention, and watch me make history. I will be one of those watching amongst millions.
Crawford didn't beat Canelo with power, he beat him with intelligence. Hopkins noted that Crawford stayed several steps ahead for all 12 rounds, slipping into spots where Canelo thought he could land, and then disappearing before the punch came. It wasn't running. It was elite distance control. Hopkins called it the illusion of availability, tricking Canelo into throwing big shots at a target that was never truly there.
Going down, it's going to be a long, long night for Canelo Alvarez. Terence Bud Crawford has already figured out Canelo Alvarez. He already figured him out. He beat him down, and he learned that he can take his power, and on top of that, Canelo was hurt a couple of times by Bud Crawford. If you're Bud Crawford heading into this fight, you have not a single worry in the world. You know what you're capable of doing. You know that you can go out into that ring, and you could put a beating on Canelo Alvarez, and might I even say this, Bud Crawford has a chance of stopping Canelo Alvarez if they do.
Hopkins' most interesting point is the idea of mental exhaustion. While most people focus on physical stamina, he says Canelo didn't suffer physical fatigue. It was mental burnout. Spending 36 minutes chasing a target you can never catch is draining. And that frustration is what broke Canelo down.
There was some big news in boxing yesterday. Canelo said he wants a rematch with Crawford. What does Canelo have to do in the rematch, D-Hop?
We didn't do last time.
Which is what?
Win.
That's all. Simple as that. Crawford's very talented.
Crawford right now is on a different planet. And most rematches normally wind up the same. Statistically wise, I don't see anything different.
Hopkins compared Canelo's struggle to his own battles with fighters like Roy Jones Jr., explaining that loading up on power shots and missing drains, a fighter twice as fast as landing clean. By round 8, Canelo looked slow, heavy, and unsure, not because of age, Hopkins says, because he realized he couldn't figure Crawford out. And in a rematch, that kind of mental scar doesn't fade. It only gets deeper.
Listen, I mad respect for Canelo, and always will.
You always have been. You've been very
listen, and always will. But Crawford has an opportunity to continue to keep sticking it to the people that didn't. Whether it was politics over here, politics over there, we get a chance to show what we, or the boxing fans in the world, almost came that close to not seeing that talent as he continued to keep telling everyone that he wanted to fight the best years ago. Go all the way back to top rank, all the way up to here.
Well, he did it.
You agree or disagree?
I agree.
He got a chance to show.
He got a chance and he proved himself.
After the fight, Hopkins went viral by calling Crawford the best of the era and even comparing him to Michael Jordan. He said the comparison fits because Jordan and Crawford win with perfect fundamentals, not just athleticism. Despite being 38 and moving up to weight classes, Crawford looked fresher than the younger Canelo. Hopkins credited this to pure efficiency, noting that while you can train strength, you can't suddenly develop the elite instincts needed to beat a Michael Jordan.
Sergio's point, a lot of the people that I'm been talking to when it comes to this fight, they're not like, it's almost like the air was taken out of them. They're not excited about even the idea of a rematch, or the subject doesn't even come up. Usually the conversations are, hey man, is there a rematch clause? Do you think they'll run it back? What do you think will win? Like, people just, even casuals, realize that Crawford, he schooled Canelo, man. He really did. I don't think people want to see this fight. I agree with Sergio Mora.
Be at a smaller arena because people already saw Canelo get dominated by the better fighter, and the better fighter will do it again.
The world is now demanding Canelo versus Crawford 2. And while it makes financial sense and Canelo's pride is pushing for a rematch, Hopkins warns it's an even bigger trap than the first fight. He says the first bout shattered Canelo's aura of invincibility. And now that Crawford knows exactly how Canelo reacts to his feints and movement, a second fight could be even more one-sided.
Hold up. Canelo, see, this is the thing about Canelo. He sometimes relies on the environment, the hostile crowd, to also help him win this fight. Not only with the judges, but with the opponent. Crawford even handled that. You know, you can't prepare for that magnitude, the roar of the crowd, the lights, everyone booing you. You can't prepare for that. Crawford was ready for that. Even his ring entrance, when he came in with that guitar case, it was, man, that's one of my all-time favorite entrances.
Desperado, yeah, it's an homage to Desperado. Yeah.
Actually, it was Mariachi. That was part one. Desperado was part two. That right there, it was me against the world. That was his mentality. Me against all these Mexicans. Me against Canelo in Las Vegas. Me against Canelo and the judges that he probably has in his pocket. Me against everyone, and Bud shut everyone up. And you think?
Yeah, but hold on.
Canelo's going to be able to do it the second time around?
I don't know. I don't think it's as open and shut case as you do.
Hopkins warns that Canelo struggles to adjust mid-fight against pure technicians, as seen against Bivol and Crawford. He argues that unless Canelo reinvents his style in his mid-30s, a near impossible feat, he's walking into a massacre. The size advantage didn't help him the first time, and it won't help him the second.
Best boxer in the world right now?
I'd have to say Crawford.
Canelo said yesterday he's working on the rematch.
Why would he do that?
For money? For fame? To get his shot back? For his pride. He wants his back.
Okay, he can try. Unless he changes his complete style, it's not going to happen.
So you have Crawford in a rematch?
Crawford in the rematch. Corner, when the fighters are even, it goes to the corner. So the best fighter, I think, heavyweight, Michael Hunter. Crawford would be right behind.
The fight's outcome has validated many analysts previously labeled as haters. Take Paulie Malignaggi. For example, he long insisted that skills pay the bills, and that Canelo benefited from careful matchmaking. After September 13th, Paulie's analysis of the fight as a tactical chess match now looks prophetic.
Canelo Crawford rematch.
Canelo Crawford rematch.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Why?
It wasn't a good fight the first time. I told you he was going to get dominated the first time. He got dominated, and there's no reason for a rematch. What are we just What are we milking this dumb shit for? Think about how much money you could pump into boxing with great matchups. If you took the money from a Canelo Crawford rematch and the money from Jake Paul and AJ, combine it together, you could fund boxing super fights for like 5 years. You could fund, you really could. Think about the matchups you can make with that kind of money. You could just fund all kinds of crazy, great matchups. And the fighters would all fight each other because there'd be enough money. And you wouldn't have to pay anybody $90 million. Think about that. No, instead we're gonna make one useless fight, another useless fight, I don't know.
Even Eric Kelly, famous for his blunt, no-filter takes, praised Crawford's performance. Usually critical of everyone, Kelly highlighted Crawford's relentless dog mentality, going what other fighters in the ring have been saying. It's a perspective worth paying attention to.
Canelo Crawford rematch. Any different? Same result? What do you think?
Same result. I mean, broke, don't fix it. You know why I stand on.
No, you got Crawford, I know.
I got Bud. You know, so that's my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Broke, don't fix it. Canelo hasn't really shown you his ability to make adjustments over the years. Crawford is showing you difference. Crawford is a killer. When it's time to go get you, he's gonna get you. Crawford is a smooth boxer, lateral movement, stand there, be slick. He's showing you all that. Now when they come up the upper body movement, no one touches Canelo in
okay.
that.
Fighters are signaling that the era of relying on weight and hydration advantages is over, and pure skill has returned, with Crawford at the top. Hopkins, known for spotting what others miss, recently predicted that Ryan Garcia will knock out Mario Barrios, pointing to Garcia's left hook and speed as the deciding factors. Even amid tension with Golden Boy Promotions,
Ryan Garcia fighting for the WBC 147 title against Mario Barrios. What do you think?
A good fight to test both guys, especially Ryan, on what they're going to do next after this fight. Ryan by knockout.
Ryan by knockout, that's big. Now,
Ryan by knockout.
That's a big prediction.
Ryan,
you know him.
Ryan by knockout.
coming from a man who usually demands proof before praise, Hopkins' track record is impressive, he predicted. Crawford's upset with 85% certainty and is now backing Ryan Garcia. September 13th, 2025 will go down in history as the night Crawford did the impossible. But for Hopkins, it was just another Tuesday. He saw skills beat size, mental exhaustion break the bigger man, and called Crawford the Michael Jordan of this generation. As a potential rematch looms, the question isn't whether Canelo can win, it's whether he should face a fighter who has his number so completely. Hopkins exposed the reality. Canelo is chasing a ghost he cannot catch, and trying again could leave him wondering where it all went wrong.